You're listening to Ronan Lardner.
Hi everybody, it's Ronan here from the Live Wire. We're in the Live Lounge and I'm delighted to have the man who has definitely kissed the Blarney Stone, because he's not too far away from it actually, and especially with the lyrics of his songs. We have Mr. Mick Flannery in the house. How you doing, Mick?
Good.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
Fair play to you. Well, the GIAF, the Galway International Arts Festival, said that you're refreshing and unassuming, and it's lovely that you share the music and tell people about all your music. Your music is fantastic, Mick. Delighted. And we're delighted to have you here in Galway FM as well. Thanks a million for being here. Now, first of all, I better ask you, how did the Roisin go on Saturday night?
Great. It was lovely. Great
You
audience.
good crack?
Yeah. People seem to even request new songs, which is cool. Like, that feels good.
It does.
To know that, you know, because if you have new stuff out, you go, I wonder, do people are they sitting there hoping, I hope he doesn't play too much off that news thing.
No, but that just shows their commitment, and that the minute that they hear Mick Flannery comes out with music, they're gonna dive in and get it, which is brilliant. It's great.
That's the Galway. Like, I don't want to sound like a cheesy kind of show busy thing, but like the Galway audiences always have been cool. Like, I mean, it's great. It's cool.
They're good, but you see, your music has such a fantastic repertoire of music. That's what I love. Just moving on to your albums for a second, between back in the early noughties with Evening Train, and then moving on to White Lies. Of course, you had Red and Blue, and then Wasteland was in the middle of all that as well. You had a collaboration on that.
Yeah. There's been a good bit of misery throughout the years.
And of course, getting on to right now, your self-titled album, which we're all delighted here in Galway FM about, of course, is Mick Flannery. So eventually you called one after yourself, your name. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's going well.
Oh, it's good, yeah. It was kind of named Mick Flannery because of a kind of a coincidence. The first track on it is called Wasteland.
Yeah.
And I was going to name the album Wasteland because I tend to name it after a track title.
Yeah, of course.
But Hosier named his album Wasteland Baby, and I just thought,
too close.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that there's probably a difference in audiences and stuff like that, maybe, but or at least there's definitely a difference in size of audience. But I don't know. I guess because we're both Irish singer-songwriters, I guess I just couldn't do it. So.
Yeah. Well, do you know what I love about your albums as well? Is your albums tell a story. In the sense that, you know, when you listen to the early days, as I said, of Evening Train, right the way along the line, your styles and everything, your lyrics, everything kind of moves with you. It's like as if you have a storybook, and it started early days, and now it's moved up to Mick Flannery and all the music that you're doing at the moment, and Wasteland and all these songs.
I do start most of the albums with concept.
Yeah.
And sometimes I dump them in the end because I gather in other songs that don't really fit to the story. So then I just dump the story off and never mention it.
Never mention it again.
Yeah, like the album before this one was a kind of it's supposed to be a concept about a marriage that was kind of on the rocks.
Okay.
But then I started writing all these kind of socially minded songs, and they just didn't fit. So I had to just dump that concept and just weave the other songs in around.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah.
It's amazing how, like, you're telling us about the background of that now. We get the album, we know what's there. It's literally just to let everybody see. It's there. There it is. I got it here. But we know the story of the album. You know the story behind the album. It's amazing, no more than as we speak about musicals. And I know that Evening Train was brought into a musical lately, and congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Delighted about that. Well done. Because I'm big into musical theatre myself. But it's amazing how the background to everything, you know, and this is the end result. That's brilliant.
That one actually is stuck a little bit closer to a concept, not fully, but it's kind of a music industry ambition thing. So there's a lot of kind of music industry references in it.
Excellent.
And kind of trappings of fame, stuff like that. You know.
Cool. We wish you the best with it.
Thank you very much.
Wish you the best. Now, over the next while, where are you going to be over the next while?
I've got a trip to America in September. I have a couple of support gigs with a lady called Valerie June.
Okay.
And then I've got a few gigs of my own in places like New York and Boston and stuff like that.
Sure, geez, you know what I mean. Just hop on a train, willing to travel. Like, fair play, that's fantastic. Brilliant to be going overseas. Well, we absolutely love you here in Galway FM. We love your music. I love your voice. I just think, and even when you're playing the piano with your voice, it's just a story in itself. It's really, really good, and it marries so well together. So look, we love that.
Thank you.
I'm going to, before I ask you what you're going to play, I normally do a couple of questions, right? Quick fire,
All right.
right?
Quick fire.
Yeah. Sweet or savoury?
Favourite.
Right, okay. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Monday or Friday?
Friday.
Looks or personality?
Personality.
Good man, Mick.
Diplomatic answer.
Good man. Hot or cold?
Hot. Cold.
Long or short? I knew I'd catch you with this one.
Long.
Quiet night in or a mad night out?
Mad night out.
A good man. And what's your most prized possession?
I'd say an acoustic guitar I have.
Yeah.
And a sentimental one.
It's your go-to.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. I think everybody has something like that, so that's brilliant. What are you going to play for us?
I'll play the Wasteland song. And
Brilliant.
Maybe, cool.
Lovely. Thanks a million. So there you have it. That's Mick Flannery. He's going to be playing Wasteland from his brand new album. Mick Flannery is brilliant. Catch him all around the place. He is top notch. Over to you, Mick.
When you're not around, I'm sad out, quiet, mind unwired. When you're not around, I'm deep down, trying to slow your course. And when you're not around, I watch thoughts emerging, loving, judging, hating, caring, highway of conscious flow that's slow until I disappear. I'm your brother, I'm made the same. I'm your killer, and you to blame. I'm your maker, you know my name. My heart is lonely wasteland. My mind knows I'm grain of sand. When you're not around, I'm not sat out watching, I am that water. When you're not around, I make the world sound as cold as your bleeding heart order. When you're not around, fumbling and loving in, I water the seed for the flower we need. The others deciding it's our time for dying, while someone somewhere says love is the only goal. I'm your brother, I'm made the same. I'm your killer, and you to blame. I'm your maker, you know my name. My heart is lonely wasteland. My mind knows I'm grain of sand. I wanna be remembered as a good father who did his best. I wanna be remembered as someone who was fun to be around. I wanna be remembered as the greatest who ever set foot in the ring, the greatest ever. I wanna be remembered as someone who took their conditions and made yours better. I'm your brother, I'm made the same. I'm your killer, and you to blame. I'm your maker, you know my name. My heart is lonely wasteland. My mind knows I'm grain of sand. My heart is lonely wasteland. My mind knows I'm grain of sand.
You're listening to Ronan Lardner.